Takt Op Destiny. Alrighty, chat. Let's take a look at this one. Um, I was very taken aback by this anime. I actually, passed it up quite a bit. Actually, I you have your main character who loves music, and I mean loves music. He just plays the piano all day. He puts his music before his health. Very weird. I love music too, but I never said, "Oh man, I I know I have to eat something, but I gotta listen to Eminem." No, I've never done that, and I know you probably have, but I haven't. So you have your musician, and then you have this girl who is connected to the musician for some way, and she uses his life energy to fight monsters. It's hard to monsters who are drawn to music. That's why is kind of the world is kind of. I'll get to these two in a minute. The world is kind of void of music because if you don't have enough security, music draws these monsters from outer space. Apparently, these monsters came from outer space. By the way, uh, they draw the monsters out and they will attack anything that's singing or making a tune, which is very weird. It's very weird. Um, I don't know if you've seen that. If you've seen one of those anime clips, right, of the girl picking up the dude and throwing him into a car. This is that anime. This is that anime. And I'm caught up on it now. I think actually no, I'm not. I'm like episode 3 right now, and there are about 12 episodes out. I I, I would give it a try to anyone who finds this interesting. It's like a post-apocalyptic kind of world after they've found a way to try to fight back these monsters. If this turns into some Evangelion stuff, not necessarily mech robots, but more of these monsters they're going to keep coming from outer space kind of thing, and then I think that's worth its salt. Or I don't. I never used that term before. I heard it and I tried to use it. I don't like it, and I don't think this is one of those animes I'll probably binge watch and more of a I want something more background kind of audio. I don't think there's a dub. I haven't checked. I watched this in sub, but I think there is a dub. No, I honestly don't know. But this is one of those animes I would probably watch in dub and just binge watch, uh, in the with my ears than really my eyes, if I'm being honest. So you have the guys like this one and the main character who's a conductor, and then you have these girls apparently who are mostly born in a lab to connect with the conductor, and they fight like alongside each other. Well, he points like a conductor, and then she does the the Call of Duty stuff. So same for her, but she's built different. She wasn't born in a lab. She was born thanks to some girl dying. Some girl dying who like loved his music so much. Like when she died, and I haven't really gotten into it, but when she died, uh, she took on that form, and she became more android. Really, it's hard to explain. She became more robotic. She wasn't doing the robot and just dancing and breakdancing. No, I'm not talking about that. I mean, no, but she talks more like that. Like she's more emotionless, I guess. So there's a mystery behind that I am quite interested in seeing why that's happening. And the more she fights, the more it feeds off of his life force. That's not normal. So these two are built different. Unlike a lot of conductors and their musicians. I don't. You call them choirs? Would that make sense to call them these things right here? This girl a choir? I think so. I think that's very clever. They should have me write for it, chat. Yeah, I won't do the writing. I just tell them like, hey, call those creatures choirs. There it is. Where's my check? Anyway, I would have to give this a, I don't know, if compared to the last anime we talked about, I would say I'm more interested in the last one than this one. Only because the last one that we talked about was more Demon Slayer esque. Well, this one is just a whole new ball game that I've never experienced before. Yeah, I've never seen an anime where it was all based on music. Granted, I've seen Air Deca 7 where everything was kind of based off of airwaves, so it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like that in terms of new and fresh and a fresh idea. You hear a lot of, I think this one took a lot more time to create this anime because a lot of the music that you hear is something that most people recognize. They got Mozart, they got all this other stuff inside of this anime. I would not call this a musical. In fact, when I read the description to this anime, I was like, "Oh, it's a musical anime. I'm good. I'm good. Nah, I don't want. No, no, don't touch me. Don't touch me." It's pretty much like that. Yeah, but I forced myself to watch it, and I think that's where a lot of people will like miss a lot of gems because they will pass it up either because the cover art doesn't look appealing enough or the description was written poorly. In fact, as you might have noticed, I stopped reading descriptions to these animes because they were just so bad. They made the anime sound terrible, like worse than it is. It's hard to describe an entire anime into a description, if I'm being honest, into a few words, into a few sentences. Yeah, I think that's what that is. And it's hard to describe an entire anime on just the one illustration alone. So experiencing it for like directly is a lot more rewarding, if I'm being honest. You really get the better picture when you just see it for what it is. And I was shocked by this. I'm like, I've never, and the first episode, I'm like, music? The only reason I kept watching, the only reason why I kept watching, and the only reason why I might keep watching is to make this video. Yeah, yeah. Make this video because I know a lot of you are gonna see the cover art like, nah. I'd rather eat a Klondike bar than watch this anime. I know a lot of you said, I know some of you might actually say that. But give it a try, chat. Give it a try. I don't remember the I don't remember the name of it. I said it in the beginning of the video. I'm gonna put it like on this video. Anyway, chat. On with the rest of the show.